This is the ingredients that I use for my chili. 3 pounds of ground beef, French's chili mix, Hormel Chili no beans, 5 cans of Hunt's tomato sauce. I like the basil and garlic. And 1 can of Hunt's tomato paste, Mexene chili powder, and I have large elbow noodles. Okay, we're going to start the chili. I got my pot warmed up. I'm going to take the 3 pounds of beef, put it inside the pot. After this browns a little bit, I'm going to add in some onions, a little salt and pepper, you want to season the beef throughout. Okay, now I'm going to add all the tomato sauce to the meat. I've browned the meat. I strained all the excess grease off. And now I'm adding the tomato sauce and the water right after. Now I like to fill up the cans because I want to catch all that tomato sauce that's inside the can. So let me do that now. Okay, now I'm going to add in all the water. So I've just filled each can up. All 5 cans, get the water. And there we go. All right. Get the heat back on. I'm going to give that a little stir. It's already starting to look a little bit like chili. Now I'm going to add in the tomato paste. All right, and then what I do is just to clean off the spoon, I'll put that excess, just to get the excess tomato paste off the spoon. I'm going to add the Hormel, or the French's chili mix. And I just dump the whole package in. It says it's 1.75 ounce. And then I take my spoon and then I mix that really well. It's, you know, it's a powdery mix of spices. So you want to make sure that you stir it really well. Sometimes you'll get these little tiny balls of spices in there, which will give you a kind of a bad taste if you catch them. So I just go through and I make sure that I mix it really well, just to make sure that all of that is done. And then once I'm finished with that, I dump in the entire can of the Hormel chili. Again, this is a recipe that my mom had, and when I asked her to show me how to make her chili, because you know, growing up, this was probably one of my favorite things that she made. And she just said that she put that Hormel chili, no beans, because at the time, us kids didn't like the beans, so the beans never went in. But then if you pay attention to some of these cooking shows, real chili does not have beans. But if you wanted to have beans in this, all you would have to do is substitute the Hormel chili with beans, and that'll give you more than enough beans to put inside your chili. All right, I'm gonna let that cook for a little while, pretty much on like a medium high, and I'm gonna constantly stir until this is ready. Now, if you're going to serve this immediately after, you'd want to start your noodles. You want to boil them up. I like to ladle in a few of the noodles in the bottom of my bowl of my chili. Just something that we did when we were kids, and it just brings back good memories, you know, by having it in there. And it's also fills you up a lot more. Now what I am going to do is I'm going to salt and pepper again. I salt and peppered throughout the process, and I may have to salt and pepper again a little bit later. But now I'm going to go ahead and add in my chili powder. Now the chili powder, depending on your taste, you don't want it to be too spicy. I like the Mexene chili powder. That's just something that my mother used, and I didn't want to change the recipe. So if I just going to shake out a little bit. What I like to do is just put a little coat, and then that's about all I'll do. If I want it to be a little more spicier, I'll add it later to my chili. I don't like to make it too spicy because my wife and my kids don't like it too spicy. Even though I love spice, but and over the years I've grown accustomed to it being like this, and I rarely ever add chili powder to mine. Now I will taste this. May add a little more chili powder to it just to make sure. Okay, I'm going to keep stirring it. You know, now what I want to do is just get it to where it's nice and hot. I do like to bring it to a boil a little bit. That'll also help thicken it up a little bit. Now this chili is a little soupy. If you want it to be a little thicker, just add a little more tomato paste, and that'll thicken it up. But I'm going to give it a try here just to see if I need anything else. Oh wow, that's really good. I think it's perfect. So what we're going to do now is we're just going to stir it a little bit. Let it cook just maybe a few minutes more, and then the chili will be done. Okay, we poured the chili over noodles. My wife loves lots of cheese, and we're going to sit down to dinner. Thank you. I hope you enjoy. See you. Bye.